Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of linear equations and the distributive property. This is standard A.5A in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 54 of the 2021 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have this equation here, and we need to find the solution for m. And we see that m is on both sides of the equal sign, and it's within parentheses. And we have something being multiplied on the outside of each parentheses, which means we are going to need to use the distributive property. So when we're trying to remember that, we can remember the phrase, "Don't call me after midnight." And so that D stands for the first thing that we need to do. We need to distribute. So what does that mean? Well, we take the multiplier on the outside. We're going to multiply it by each term on the inside. We'll do that both ways, and we're going to keep up with whatever operation we have in the middle. In this case, we have subtraction on both sides. So let's start with this. We got -4, and then we're going to multiply that by 2m. And then we've got a -4, and we're going to multiply that by -7. So we've got two negatives that are going to end up making a positive right there. Then we'll do the same thing over here, 3 times 52. And then we're going to minus 3 times 4m. All right, so now that we've distributed out, let's go ahead and simplify it, because we're going to need that in case we want to do our next step, which is combine. As we're simplifying, we're going to look to see if there are any like terms on the same side that we can combine. So I've got a -8m. I've got a -4 times -7, so that's going to end up being +28. Now 3 times 52, well 3 times 50 is 150. 3 times 2 is 6. I'm going to minus 12m. I don't necessarily have any like terms, but sometimes you might get a minus 12m plus 4m, and you have to combine the terms that are alike on each side of the equal sign. But we don't have any. Each side has got a constant, and then it's got a certain coefficient in front of our variable m. So now it's time to move. Let's get these m's on the same side. You want the m's to be positive. They're both negative. So I'm going to take the larger m, and I'm going to add 12m over here. That's going to get rid of it over there, because I know if I add 12 over here, now I'm going to come up with a positive m, which is what I'm looking for. So that's going to be 4m plus 28 equals my 156. Now I'm trying to isolate the variable. How do I do that? Well, it's reverse inverse order of operations. So I need to first add or subtract to get rid of the 28. In this case, let's subtract 28. It's going to get rid of that. What are we going to get here? We are going to get 128. And that's just going to give me 4m. All right, so 4m is going to equal 128. Now we need to multiply or divide. In this case, we are going to divide by 4, right? And so that is going to give m equals 32. Now, how can we double check that? Well, we can just plug it back in, right? 232 minus 7 equals 3. 52 minus 4, 32. So that's going to be 64 minus 7. That is going to be 57. So -4 times 57 equals, and that's going to be 52 minus 128. So 3. And what do we get? 128, 52. It's going to get minus 76. And so we would just need to multiply these to make sure that they are equal. And they are. They are going to get minus 228 on both sides. And that makes our answer true, which gives us F.